One time I felt like my child was stolen from me because the enemy had such a stronghold on her life. And we had such a history of a Jezebel spirit operating in our family that I could see very clearly. That's why maybe for a season of time she was stolen from me, and the enemy came to try to drive a wedge between me and my daughter. And so I went back again before the Lord and I said, Lord, I see this even more clearly. This was something I'd never seen before. Well, dear ones, maybe you're seeing that about maybe finances that have been stolen from you, family members, opportunities of advancement, job opportunities of promotion. All these things, you're going to see this even more clearly. All these things factor into times that we may have been yoked with a Jezebel. Aren't you so glad that this is your day to be set free? Amen. All right, now this is very important. And so I urge you to write this down. Spiritually, a yoke is very similar to a covenant relationship. See, when you are yoked with the enemy, basically you're in covenant with his lies. And in the Bible it talks about the importance of us being yoked with Christ. We are to be following him, to following his direction. We're to be following his lead. But when we are yoked with the enemy, we're following the deceptions, and we've opened a door for the many lies of the enemy to bombard us. And if we come into agreement with those lies, in other words, if we believe those lies of the enemy and we set them above what God says about us, we are basically committing idolatry, which is really important to God. And we're going to discuss that later, but I wanted to touch on it now because I want you to be thinking on this now. Think on these things early so that you're prepared for even more truth when I teach on this. So we're believing the lies, we're in idolatry, but also we've made covenant relationship with the enemy. The Bible, when it talks about being yoked with Jesus, one of the things I learned about that was in the Bible times, the Hebrew teachers that were teaching, the Hebrew scholars, they would say that they are yoked with that teacher. That teacher's yoke came upon them because the students were learning from that teacher. So that's really where we get that word of like how the enemy yokes us, is that we come under his teaching. Isn't that amazing?